So back down the shed once again. Had a few problems with the spiders in the shed, so I'll put this fella up here to scare him away, and it's sort of doing a pretty good job. So yeah, he's earning his keep. But anyway, enough of that. Now that I've got the gauges all done, I'm going to put the bike back up on the bike bench, pull the rear wheel out and the swing arm, and get the lug welded to the swing arm for the rear caliper mounting bracket, so that can slide along. Then I don't need the anchor arm any longer, and that'll give me some more clearance, and I won't have to space the disc out and whatever. So that's today's mission, is to peel that swing arm back out. She's back on the bench. Time to pull out the rear wheel, get the small lug welded on the inside of the swing arm here for the rear brake caliper bracket to slide along, instead of the anchor arm that they usually run. So the swing arm's out once again. I didn't think I'd have to pull that out so soon, but now we're off to the fabrication joint. They come out really good. Sean at Adrenaline Performance done that for us. Basically, he made this little guy here, which locates perfectly in the slot of the caliper mount. So that guy goes in there like that. Zoom it in and locates it. So, and it will slide forwards and backwards just like a real one. So now what I do, put him back in the bike and put the wheel in. I've got the swing arm mounted, the ZX7 rim in it, the ZX7 caliper mount, and now with the pads out of my rear caliper, the actual caliper is sitting dead center of that disc, which is what we're trying to do. So that was definitely the cure, was to put the lug on the swing arm so the complete ZX7 brake system could be used. So now with the chain fitted and adjusted up correctly, got plenty of gap between the tyre and the chain, just down there, and also a lot more on this side as well, now that I don't have that brake anchor arm to take the clearance up. So that's looking mint. I'll probably change that sprocket when I get the wheels painted to an aftermarket one. Looks a bit better than the steel one. And also the disc. I think the disc on my original rear rim is in better nick, so we'll swap a few pieces around, rebuild the rear caliper, and that'll be great. Next, I will check a few bolts for the correct tension under here in that clutch. Give it a bit of a wipe down since it's had the cover off for a few weeks now, and then put those painted engine covers on with a new gasket. I've got rid of the high tensile bolts that I ran originally. Got some stainless ones, had to cut them down by 5mm, which was fun. Also, I found a brand new clutch cover gasket off the on eBay, because you can't buy them anymore, which is a bit of a bugger. But so I'm going to put that on now. We'll see what my paint job looks like on the motor. There's the covers with a do-it-yourself rattle can spray job. Pretty good finish on them. Okay, what's next? The next task I'm going to do is to put the rear mudguard and whatnot back in. Also route my cabling back up into the rear of the bike. Maybe mount the ECU, fit all the bracketry that runs across here, and get that side of the weld done. I already had the mudguard in before, but I had to remove it so I could put the suspension linkage back in with the bottle jack between here and the tyre. That's why I had to pull it back out, but I'm going to refit all that now. So the tray's mounted back in. I've got the custom bracket I had made for the battery support. He's all powder coated. Yep. Stainless bolts. Okay, wiring time. So all the wiring's going back in to its original location. Might even have to watch a few of my old videos to see where it all went. Anyway, gonna get the ECU and give that a bit of a clean, get all the dust off it. Even though it's ancient, she needs a birthday, so that's what I'll do now. So I've got the ECU, the relays, the coil igniters, all basically laid where they had to go. I won't fully cable tie the harness up where it needs to be yet. I'll just leave it loose and basically in the right spot. Also, I won't put the main bike's harness in because it's going to take up a lot of room where we're still playing around with the plenum chamber and the throttle bodies, but looks a lot more complete at the moment, which is good. Jumping back onto this side of the bike, I'm about to fit the intake for the turbo, the cover for the alternator, the front sprocket cover, and then have a look at putting the kit through the slave cylinder, and this side will look a lot better as well. So I changed the seal on the clutch slave cylinder. The old one has definitely been there and done that. Might as well change it while we're in there. So that's good. That'll last for another 25 years now. Here we've got the front sprocket cover, the clutch slave cylinder, and the alternator cover. The ones I painted are all done and on. Put some stainless steel bolts in. Far better than what it used to be.